You like novels. You like magazines. Your mom's like, here's 20 bucks. Go out and get yourself 11 novels and magazines. And you're like, well, I want to maximize how many periodicals, how many novels, how many magazines I could get. So, how are you going to do that? Well, you need some Algebra 2. You got to know how to do a system of equations, and you got to be able to translate a word problem into a system of equations, unless you use your answer choices. My name is Paul Pasulka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 5, Section 4, Number 6, which reads, an online bookstore sells novels and magazines. Each novel sells for $4. Each magazine sells for $1. If Sadie purchases a total of 11 novels and magazines that have a combined selling price of $20, how many novels did she purchase? So, like I said, we're going to look at this two different ways. One way is we're going to do a system of equations we're going to translate. If you know how to do that, great. But you might not even recognize that you need to do a system of equations here, in which case you could use your answer choices and still get the question right. Whenever you're unsure how to do a math question, always ask yourself, could I pick numbers? Could I use my answer choices? So, starting, each novel sells for $4. So, if you take your 4 and multiply it by n, if n equals the number of novels, then that's going to be the total amount of money you spend on novels. And magazine sells for $1. So if we put that plus 1m, and another way to say m is to say magazines. So if we add those up, we wind up with 20. So $20. She also is going to get a total of 11 novels and magazines. So what we also have is n plus m equals 11, because n is the number of novels, so m would be the number of magazines. If you've got equations like this, they're both in what we call standard form of linear equation. What I highly recommend you do is eliminate. Instead of substituting, I think it's easier. And to eliminate, what do? You multiply the bottom equation by -1, which would change all three positives into negative. These would eliminate. You'd get 3n equals 9. And then n equals 3 by dividing both sides by 3. Is it asking for the number of novels? You know it is. Answer choice B is your correct answer. Alternatively, let's say you do not realize that this is testing a system of equations. You don't know that you're doing a system of equations here. How could you still get it right? Well, you could use your answer choices. We're going to see what a wrong answer looks like. We're going to see what a right answer looks like. So let's say you test out 4. You got to use your answer choices according to what the question's asking. Question's asking how many novels. So let's say if we're testing out answer choice C, that would be 4 novels. And it says that novels are $4 each. So if I multiply by 4, then I wind up with $16 in novels. What does that leave you with? It leaves you with $4 left, because you got a $20 budget, so you're left with $4 for magazines, which would be 4 magazines. So if she's got 4 magazines and 4 novels, she's only got 8 products. She's going to get 11 novels and magazines. So, at this point, and this is an important question to ask yourself, you'd want to say, does she need more novels or fewer novels? And she actually needs fewer novels because novels are more expensive. Because she could get 3 more items, she needs to get the cheaper items to stay within her budget of $20. So you could eliminate those 2. And then, let's see what happens if she gets 3 novels. So 3 novels, they're $4 each. That's $12 she's used so far. And if we do, I'm going to do it up here. 20 minus 12, she's got $8 left. So, magazines are $1 each. That would be 8 magazines. So 8 magazines, 3 novels, that's a total of 11 items. And once again, you see that your answer is 3. You always want to start with one of the middle answer choices when you're using your answer choices, because there's a 50-50 chance that it's the only one you'll have to check. So let's say I checked answer choice C. It could have been the right answer. There's 1 in 4 chance of it being the right answer. Or if it's too big, then you know the answer is D, and you've only tested one out. If I test C out and it's too big, then I eliminate C and D. And then either I test A and it's too small and I know it's B, or I test B and it's right, or it's too big and I know it's A. So you only ever have to test 2 answer choices when you start with one of the middle answer choices. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with systems of equations as word problems. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.